channel. I hope you're all well today. Thank you for joining me again. So we're in a slightly different setup, and by setup I mean the camera is slightly further back because I wanted to kind of like show you and talk to you about the pieces a bit more in depth. I thought I'd stand up for this one and then I can talk to you and show you kind of full length things and things like that. So if you're brand new to the channel, my kind of aim and concept is to not bombard you with loads of pieces that I'm telling you have to buy, but always about incorporating new season items in with your old things and how you can wear your classic pieces that you know you do wear time and time again, and how you can wear those in with new season styles. And if that sounds like your cup of tea, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And also, if you're not already following me on Instagram, my handle is @LydiaJaneTomlinson, and I kind of carry that motto through my Instagram as well. So leading on from that, today's video is very much about those classic staple pieces that you can fit into your wardrobe, what you need to kind of look good or look expensive. And by expensive I mean kind of good taste, well put together, well groomed, just kind of everything that I want to appear like. I've tried to incorporate into this video, and how I style these certain pieces to look as good as I possibly can, or to look my best, I suppose. So that's what today's video is all about. And with each piece I mention, I'm going to show first of all how I actually style that, why I think it works, and how I incorporate it into my everyday wardrobe. And I actually got such a big response from this. First of all, when I did a video, it was 2 videos ago, and it was 5 transitional pieces to take you through to spring. And I got a lot of good feedback about it being like a small capsule collection of pieces that can take you to the new season and not loads and loads and loads to buy. It's not all about buying reams and reams of new things every season, because that's not possible for most people. And what I know a lot of people would like to see is how to style those core pieces. So we may as well just get started into the video. I'm kind of wearing a lot of what I'm going to talk about, so I'll go along, I'll show cutaways, and I'll talk about each piece in time. So the first thing I'm actually going to talk about is blazers. So I think a key way to make an outfit look that much more expensive, that much more pulled together, is by throwing on a blazer. I think you can be wearing a hoodie and jeans, you can be wearing a full-on tracksuit and trainers, but if you put a blazer on top, it instantly smartens it up, makes you look so much more pulled together. So you can still be in your joggers, but as soon as you put that blazer on, you just look so much more fashionable and pulled together. And that is kind of one of my main tips for getting dressed, is to put a blazer on with it. If you're really stuck on things to wear, somebody asked me what to wear on a first date the other day, and I think a blazer is a great thing to do. I actually wore a blazer on my first date with Tim, wore like a checked blazer, check grey and black, and then like a black shirt underneath. And I think a blazer is one of those all-round occasion pieces. You can wear a blazer to anything from a wedding right down to just going shopping. You know, there's a whole host and spectrum of ways and things you can wear a blazer with. So today I'm wearing, I'll come a bit closer, I'm wearing this loafers blazer. I love this kind of longer line style. It's double-breasted, as you can see. And double-breasted to me is a really, really big selling point, and I think you need them in core colours as well. So the first thing I'm going to actually take off my rail is my much beloved mango blazer. So many of you have asked questions about this blazer when I've worn it. It's a mango double-breasted blazer. In fact, the shade of black it is isn't actually my favourite shade of black. I prefer it slightly navy. I prefer it a bit of a deeper black, but it's such a good blazer. Double-breasted, it's chunky, it's oversized and heavy looking, but it doesn't drown you. You still wear the blazer. And I have worn this for so many occasions. I mean, it would look great with this outfit. It looks great at night. I've worn it countless times in the evening with some big statement earrings. I've worn it to death. It is a little bit marked. I should probably get it dry cleaned. But the black blazer to me is, well, more so than this colour, the black blazer is the staple to have. It instantly makes the outfit look so much more expensive. So many ways to wear it. I can't get across how useful the blazer has been to me in my wardrobe, because I've just worn it on just countless occasions. If I could wear it every week, I probably would. This sort of brings me on to my next topic, but this is a new Mango blazer. Mango do some great blazers, by the way. Again, it's this double-breasted shape, and I love that the buttons are the same colour as the blazer. I showed this in my recent Mango haul, but I'm still really in love with it. It's like a kind of sandy shade, double-breasted, looks so chic with everything, and this is like a summer alternative to the black blazer. It's one of those things that'll go with absolutely everything. That brings me on to tip number 2. So tip number 2 is neutrals. It is all about the neutrals. You cannot go wrong with neutral shades, and by neutral I am including blacks, greys, beiges, tans, all that like spectrum of earthy colours, and then those greys and blacks and navies as well. They're all, to me, very classic, very neutral, minimal tones. Not talking about loads of pattern in your face, although I do quite like a bit of animal print every now and again. But those classic neutral shades, especially these colours for spring. And for me, the key to dressing well is to have that timeless element to it. I'm not one for going all in with the trends, and I'll just pick up on a few things I like. And I think that's the key to looking well dressed, is to not go crazy in your face trends, to keep it really classic. And that's why I think neutrals work so well. Neutrals, you saw Hollywood film stars of the 50s wearing neutrals, and then right through to today to really well dressed women like Olivia Palermo is always in neutral. Mind you, she does wear pops of colour, but she does that so well. But yeah, neutrals for her kind of everyday classic looks that you'll see her out and about on the street with. She'll be in neutrals because they just work so well. I also think it looks really Italian as well. When you go abroad, Italy's one of my favourite countries, and when you go to Italy, everybody's wearing like beige, whites, navies, really soft neutral colours, and I just think it looks so sophisticated and expensive. So we've done blazers and we've done neutrals, and I'm going to move on to another piece that I'm wearing, and that is the classic white tee. I'll just show you where it cuts off at the arm there. This was also in my Mango haul the other day. I think it's important to constantly update white t-shirts. They do go discoloured, and after a few washes you need a new one. So this one from Mango feels really good. It's really soft, it's 100% organic cotton, just feels really nice. I love the crew neck shape, and I think that's definitely something in a t-shirt that you need to look out for, is this round shape. It can't be too high and it can't be too low. I think another key point is don't have your t-shirts too tight. There is nothing worse than too tight t-shirts. Also, too oversized can look a bit like you're cramming lots of fabric. I tend to tuck my t-shirts in, and I don't want to have to cram loads of fabric into my jeans because it's just bulky. Not too oversized, not skin tight, just quite loosely fitted with a nice cap sleeve and high-ish neck. So in your wardrobe, two pieces that are essential are a really good white t-shirt and a really good black t-shirt, and you can wear these in so many different ways. I love to wear a t-shirt on a night out. People don't really expect that. It's not really a night out kind of item, but with like a midi skirt, a satin skirt like this, heels and a blazer look really good, and it's a nice combination. And that actually is another tip to looking a bit more expensive, is to not go crazily dressed up. Take people by surprise by wearing something a little bit more casual. I think casual, I'm not saying go really casual everywhere, but if you bring that one casual element into an outfit, it looks more expensive than being really dolled up. And a good way to do that on a night out is by wearing a t-shirt with a dress or a skirt, or even shorts actually in the summer, some nice like quite loosely fitted shorts, a blazer obviously, and some heels looks really cool. And then of course there are 1,000,001 ways to wear a black and white t-shirt, but it brings so much versatility to your wardrobe, and you could probably, out of these pieces that I'm showing you today, create so many outfits just with these few pieces. And these two t-shirts allow that versatility with all the other pieces in your wardrobe. Something else I love is a t-shirt under a blazer, so like this, or the black t-shirt under the black blazer, the black t-shirt under this. So the list goes on, so there's so many ways you can wear that look. So the next tip for me is something I think probably my most valuable, if not second to most valuable, because I think the blazers are a big one, but accessories. So I think this is my most valuable tip. Accessories to me are what brings the outfit together. So you can wear a really, really plain outfit, great accessories, and you've transformed the look entirely. So by accessories, I'm talking bags, belts, shoes, sunglasses, jewellery. So my main thing is bags. Now I've got these 2 bags with me here, and these are my 2, well, I've got a couple more, but luxury designer bags. So this one's Louis Vuitton, and I bought this not long ago. This is a very recent purchase. And then my second one is Gucci. So this is my Gucci Bowie, which I have worn to death. I did an IGTV video on this bag and talked about why I love this and my Saint Laurent that I've got. And I explained like all the pros of this bag, so if you want to go and check that out, it's on my Instagram at Lydia Jane Tomlinson. So yeah, I'm not saying go out and buy a designer bag. I know how expensive they are, and I kind of do this thing where I've been buying or investing in 1 to 2 luxury things per year. So my very first designer bag I actually bought with my student loan, or kind of part bought with my student loan, because I wasn't living at uni, so I wasn't wasting money on accommodation or going out drinking every weekend. So I instead bought a Gucci bag, which I have no regrets about. And so that kind of triggered the whole thing. And then not too long, I think it might be a year and a half after that, I bought this Gucci, and then again, I think it was probably another year and a half after that, bought my Saint Laurent. But in between I bought things like designer sunglasses. I bought some Celine sunglasses which I've lost, and I'm so mad at myself about it, but I actually got those for Christmas. And then I also, for I think it was for my 21st, I got a Gucci belt. So I've just been adding slowly pieces into my collection. I'm not saying go out and buy all these things, but I think maybe just 1 or 2 items that you've saved up for and that look that bit more expensive. There are loads of mid-range bags, loads of things on Net-a-Porter which aren't as expensive as this, but still that little bit more luxury and really elevate the outfit. Got really nice little Zac Posen bag, and I just think it looks so much more expensive than others. It's really well cut, really well made. It's got the little tiny logo on, it's quite discreet and subtle, and just something like that really changes your look entirely. So for example, I could have a really basic outfit on of jeans and a t-shirt, and it could look quite boring and quite dull. So then I'll get this bag and I'll put some nice shoes on with it, and instantly the outfit looks a million times better. In fact, it looks really fashionable, and I'd probably get an Instagram picture in it. So you kind of see how it works. And also the same with sunglasses. So let me show you. I recently got these. These were actually part of a PR voucher that I got from World Duty Free, and I got them, they're Gucci. Got them on my recent trip to Amsterdam, but I am a big believer in designer sunglasses. I think they look so chic, and like I said, they really pull a really plain, simple outfit together. I love things like Primark, H&M. You can get your basic entire outfit from somewhere like that, and then just pop on some designer sunglasses and you instantly have a great outfit. So I guess a tip would be maybe save on some items of clothes and buy your day-to-day items of clothing or trend pieces at cheaper retailers, and then spend your money more wisely on a designer accessory that you'll have for years and years, and that will really change the way your outfits look day to day. So my next tip is proportions, and it's all about knowing your body shape. So I think it just does not look good at all when something clings to your body too tightly, something's the wrong shape for you, something's the wrong size, and pinpoint those parts. Look at yourself in the mirror, pinpoint those parts that aren't as good as the others, and where are your good parts, where do you really want to emphasize and make better, and then go from there. So sort of work backwards. Don't just go, just because your best friend's got something or somebody on Instagram's wearing something and it looks amazing on them, don't just go for that just because you've seen somebody else in it. It's all about knowing your own shape and own body, because there are plenty of things, trust me, that I don't invest into because I know they do not suit my body and they just look awful and just unflattering. So go for things that suit your shape, suit your style, and work with proportions. So first of all, it's all about knowing your proportions, and then secondly, it's all about working with proportions on your body and in the outfits. So pair of trousers like this for me are the perfect shape. So they go in at the waist, nice buckle belt that pulls you in at the waist, which is one of my slimmest areas in the body. Trims the thighs slightly, which is where I want to kind of cover up a little bit more, and then tapers in at the ankle, and that slightly balloon shape is so flattering. You just need to work out which style of trousers or skirts suit you best, and I think I've found it with me. So then you need to work with your proportions in terms of the outfit. So with this, because the trousers are quite baggy, I wouldn't go for anything too tight at the top, but I also wouldn't go for anything too baggy. So a big baggy hoodie probably wouldn't work well with this because they're already quite loose on here. It wouldn't sit right with the belt. So I'd go for something more like this t-shirt where it's not skin tight but it's not really loose and baggy, just so I can tuck it in without it looking too tight. I think balancing something slightly more loose with something extremely tight also doesn't look right and doesn't really work. So you need to think about proportions. Again, depending on kind of how tight the trousers are, whatever, you need to think about footwear. Are chunky trainers going to be too chunky with these if they are slightly balloon shape? Am I better with something a bit more like loafers or a ballet flat? And work it out like that and just try it on in the mirror. Somebody said to me, messaged me on Instagram saying they wish they could wear what I wore, but she's a different shape and size to me, and I said, well, it's not about that. It's about working with what your body is and what your body shape is, and figuring out what looks good and what doesn't. And that is all about trial and error. It's literally going into a changing rooms with 10 different shapes and trying them all on and seeing what works for you best. And you'll instantly know, well, those trousers looked hideous on me, but those trousers looked great. And something else I've got to add when it comes to shape and proportions is size. Don't go for a size down just because it sounds better. I know it's really hard if you always want to go for a size smaller, well I do anyway, but I tend to usually get things slightly more oversized. Don't go for that size 8 just because you used to be a size 8 6 months ago. It's just not worth it, and it's nowhere near as flattering. If you go for a slightly larger size, it'll look a lot more flattering on you. So yeah, most of the things I tend to buy are mediums, and I rarely go for small because oversized definitely better. So as you can tell, I could go on and on and on about these different things and tips of advice and things like that, but I'm just going to bring you this last actual piece of clothing. So this is a Lovies jumper. I've mentioned Lovies quite a few times in this haul, but they do have some really nice pieces. And I've got this jumper in 3 different colours now. So I've got the grey, I've got the slightly off-white cream shade, and I've also got black. And another tip for looking more expensive is go for a really nice cut of knitwear and then invest in it in a few different neutral shades. Again, going back to the neutral colours. So make sure you have a staple. Like this is such a staple for me. I can wear it with skirts, trousers like this, I can wear it with jeans. There are a multitude of ways to wear this jumper. It's got really nice flattering round neck and then balloon sleeves which look expensive. I also think it's better to invest slightly a little bit more in knitwear, and by slightly more I don't mean going crazy with your budget, but maybe avoid fast fashion brands for knitwear because I think the quality lies, even somewhere like H&M have better quality knitwear, and they've got really good knitwear. H&M and other stories, somewhere like Lovies have got some really good pieces. Just make sure the quality of it is really good, because I think there are a lot of places that do knitwear and the quality is just not there and it just looks so much cheaper. If you find a good cut and material and style, colour, etc., then get it there and there. Don't go for something just because it's, you know, £7 in the sale but it looks really bad. There's no point, because it cheapens the look entirely. Whereas something like this, which is such a great cut, really great style, the quality on these Lovies jumpers are actually amazing. Like, they wash so well, they don't even need to be ironed. Something like this is so versatile and worth every bit of whatever you spend, even if it's £30 as opposed to a £5 sale. Again, with this, I've worked out what style suits me, and this is a good shape for me. Other people might suit a V-neck better or a high neck, although I do love high necks, but work out what really suits you, stick to that piece, and then wear that with new seasonal pieces. You can incorporate that with trend pieces. You can wear this with a big chunky pearl clip in your hair, or alternatively you can just throw it on with some jeans and some really classic ballet flats, and you've got two extremely different looks. There's so much more I could probably include in this, but I perhaps might save that for other videos and make almost a series out of this, or include different tips like this in other styles of videos. So I'll save those for another day because I think we've done enough for today. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm not telling you to go out and do all these things or buy all these things, but these are just ideas that you can bring into your wardrobe, and hopefully it's inspired you to bring out some of your own old classics and transform them and bring them a new lease of life. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I see you in the next video.